Thanks, Sajida. At Combined, we have always been proud of the stewardship of our finances, and I'm delighted that the last year saw us delivering yet another financially successful year. We don't simply balance the books for the sake of it. Our strong financial performance enables us to invest wisely in nationally leading services, and I'm speaking to you in front of one perfect example of that. Our brand new £1.1 million mental health crisis centre opened last autumn. It is unique in the NHS in bringing together under one roof a whole range of teams offering a service to people of all ages, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365 days a year. Anyone feeling that they are in distress or needing advice or reassurance can ring 0300 123 0907 to speak to a mental health professional who will be able to direct them to the most appropriate and accessible service to meet their individual needs. Good financial management is vital for the success of the Trust and to deliver high quality care for our patients and service users. The Use of Resources framework is a series of metrics used to assess NHS trusts and foundation trusts' financial performance. The rating represents the efficient use of resources and level of financial risk and contributes to the overall governance rating of the organisation and the level of autonomy with which we can conduct our business. Trusts with a level 4 are those with the greatest financial risk and require mandatory intervention from regulators, compared to those with level 1 who are of the lowest financial risk and therefore given the maximum autonomy. The Trust achieved a use of ratings score of 2 in March 2020, which represents low risk. But that's not all we've achieved. I'd like to invite you to watch this animated film setting out our financial review of the year.
2020 was another successful year for North Staffordshire Combined Healthcare in terms of financial performance. Each year, as an NHS Trust, we have a statutory duty to break even, which means we cannot spend more than we receive in income. The Trust has also signed up to what is referred to as a control total. This is agreed with NHS Improvement, our regulator. To achieve our control total, we are required to deliver a trading surplus of £338,000, excluding the provider sustainability funding. We are delighted to report that we delivered another financially successful year with an overall control surplus of £1.6 million. This sounds a lot, but includes £700,000 from the provider sustainability fund, which is earned by trusts that agree and deliver their control total. This bonus is hugely important for us and allows us to invest more in our capital programme in future years. Our total income in 1920 was £99.1 million. Our income comes from a number of different sources. The largest portion of this is from our commissioners. So what did we spend this on? Day-to-day spending on operations is classed as revenue expenditure, and in 2019-20 our total revenue spending was £97.5 million. Each year, the value of the Trust's land and buildings can increase or decrease, in the same way as the value of your home. Therefore, we have a professional assessment done to ensure that the accounts show the correct values. When the value reduces, we recognise this as a technical adjustment in the accounts and is known as an impairment. But this adjustment doesn't actually cost us any money. This year's net impairment totalled £955,000. Each year, we invest some of our money in what is referred to as capital. This is money spent on longer term assets with a useful life of over a year. These would usually include spend on new buildings, improving our existing buildings, buying equipment, or updating and extending our use of IT. 2019-20 saw the completion of our £1.1 million mental health crisis centre, a key development for the financial year and a huge asset for the population of North Staffordshire and Stoke-on-Trent. The facility allows people to access urgent mental health care assessment, regardless of age, and it's open 24/7, 365 days a year. We also invested £350,000 in important maintenance to our buildings and premises, and a further £319,000 on reducing the risk of ligature incidents, and £839,000 was invested in our IT. The NHS has to achieve value for money and provide the best quality for service users and carers. As with all NHS trusts, the money we have is limited, so we need to make sure that every pound is spent wisely. All NHS trusts have to demonstrate efficiency, but we have systems and processes in place to make sure that any transformation doesn't compromise safety. Our Medical Director and the Director of Nursing and Quality make sure that this is done through an independent quality impact assessment process. In 2019-20, our efficiency target was £3.5 million, of which we delivered £2.9 million, as well as working on our own internal efficiencies from areas such as corporate services. We also worked with system partners to deliver efficiencies. We helped more patients from the region to access psychiatric intensive care when we opened our new unit, and we developed urgent access pathways for detoxification at the University Hospital of North Midlands. So a huge thanks to all of you who have made 2019-20 another great year for combined healthcare. We all have a part to play in this, and we should take credit from this success. Thank you.
Strong finances go hand in hand with high quality services, and it's my pleasure to hand over to our Medical Director, Dr. Buki Adeyemo, who will tell you more.